Hello YouTube, it's Donald again. It's June here in Oklahoma. May, June. Um, that means spring thunderstorms, and we got a lot of them coming, and not very much sunlight. So without the sunlight, I'm gonna have to figure out something to do with without electric. And what I did is I've gotten a spool of baling wire down here at my local shop. It was a little bit more than $9 with tax. So if I can get, uh, I've started working on these. Just cut out a wooden medallion out of a tree that had fallen down out here. Got something like this, something like this, like this, and like this guy. But instead of doing them where people would have to put them on the wall, I figured I'd put them on the little wooden medallions, and that way people wouldn't have to put holes in the walls to display them. They can just set them up on the windowsill and still be able to see the view, and still have a little bit of artwork, maybe, hopefully, if they sell. Don't know yet, haven't sold anything yet, but all they are one-line drawings. Uh, what I do is I'll draw it out on a piece of paper first and figure out what I want to do or how I want to do it, and then take pliers, bend them, and then I'll go ahead and spray paint them black with just black spray paint, and uh, varnish the bases. And I figure I can get at least probably $5 to $8, maybe more. And if I can get 50 of them out of this spool, or at least let's be conservative, because it don't. These already all came from the spool. So if I can get 50 of them at $5 an hour, that's or $5 a thing. That'd be $250 I don't have out of just a little over $9. And if I get 8, well, that's 400. And if I can get 100 out of this, which we might be able to do pretty close. So at $50, 50 or $5 a piece, at 100, that'd be $500. And if I got $8, it'd be $800. That's a pretty good investment for $9, I think, a little bit more than $9. So we're going to try it anyway. And but I'll put you through fast forward here, and we'll see if we can get one of these done. All right, hang on. Okay, I've cut off a piece probably about 3 foot long, a little bit more than 3 foot long. And what we'll start off doing was we'll get us we'll leave this tail end pretty long. That way we got something to, we can decide on how high we want to put it on off the medallion that way. So we'll start from about right here. We'll figure out where our first bend's going to be, and then bend it. We'll bend it with our fingers, and then we'll squeeze it together with the pliers. Now you got to watch, because this wire will want to spin on you or twist on you. I'll try to do this where you can see it in the camera. Takes a little bit of hand strength, but you really just depends on how much you want to get it bent. Okay, that'll be our first bend there. And then we'll figure out where our next bend will be, probably right about there. It don't have to be exact. I mean, it's your art. You can do whatever you want. We'll bend it like that, and we'll squeeze it together. And that'll be our first little fur thing, I guess. Be down to it like that. And we'll come up here to the next one. Just a little bit further up from it. Bend it down. Okay, so you get the idea on that. and being wet out here, I'm having to put bug spray on and everything else just to keep the mosquitoes down. Don't want that West Nile virus. And if you're working outside, be aware the mosquitoes are out. Okay, we'll come back when we get up to the mouth. Okay, you gotta always be able to change in midstream. So I've gotten the fur down, then I put his mouth out here, and I decided I was wanting his tooth to show. So I'm going to try to do it this way and see if I can, it'll work out or not. If it don't, it don't. If it does, it does. Then I just squeezed his little nostril and rounded over his nose. Might bend it a little bit more. I mean, this wire you can bend, but there's just so much you can bend. You know, it takes some getting used to, and then just figure out where you want his eyes to start, or his forehead. But the drawing will doing a drawing is going to help quite a bit, because it'll keep everything in proportion, or looking pretty good, hopefully. But you can always squeeze things together to make them fit, and then but for tight corners, what I do is I'll go ahead and squeeze it together pretty good, and then unsqueeze it so they come out. But I mean, you don't have to really, I mean, follow your drawing as close as you can, and so everything comes out the way you want. But this does scar up the baling wire, so it will probably rust. I mean, with my dealings here on the I guess you want to call it a farm, baling wire will rust. So that's why I use the spray paint in the end. And to keep everything together, you want to periodically squeeze everything together, keep it all in line. Okay, let's see. That's how we're going. I'll bring you back. Okay, and there we go. And we'll cut him off probably just about anywhere. You just don't want to have it where people will poke their eyes out with it. And then hang on just a second. Okay, there you go. I might go ahead and mess around. I squeezed his mouth together because I didn't like the way his tooth ended up. So I might go ahead and mess around and try to back this up so he don't look so bottom jawed out too much. But I've been hearing some thunder out here, so it's gotten darker too, so it's going to start raining on me. But there you go, and stay tuned, because I still need to finish this guy. I gotta work out some some details on him, but he's getting there. That'll be coming up, and then we got another one planned out too. All right, see you later. I ain't blowed away yet.